I have always had small arms. After a few months of me working out, my arms were underdeveloped. I looked like a spider, but everything changed when I started to follow the workout that I'm about to say in this video. Just to give you a heads up, to grow your arms, making small changes like going from a rope to a bar on triceps pushdowns or using cable bicep curls instead of dumbbells is not enough. You need to make drastic changes, and that is what I'm about to do for you. Later in this video, I will tell you the number one most important change you need to make. But first, let's look at what kind of exercises you need to do. And the mistake a lot of people do when it comes to training arms. A lot of beginners think that they can bias the triceps muscles. If I hit it this way, I hit the medial. If I hit it this way, I hit the long head. And that is simply not true. The triceps can only extend one way, and when you extend the triceps, all three heads flex at the same time, which means that you cannot bias one head over the other because they work together and there's only one way to extend your triceps. The same thing with the short and the long head of the biceps. They work together, so you cannot bias one head over the other. When you contract your biceps, both heads flex at the same time. So what you should do instead that is more efficient, that will actually grow your arms, instead of trying to hit the different heads of the biceps and triceps, you should try to hit those muscle groups in different positions. For example, for your biceps, a better way to set up your exercises is to start with a preacher curl. This will train your biceps in a more shortened position. And the next bicep exercise is going to be inclined bicep curls. This will train your biceps in a more stretched position. And to get a better understanding of what I mean when I say shortened or lengthened position, this is what I want you to do. Take your arm and just do it like this, right? Don't flex it, don't do this, just normal, right? Do you see my biceps? Do you see how it's flexed, right? Now, this is what I want you to do. Now, take your arm and just stretch it. Now, this right here is how my biceps is stretched. When my elbow is behind my body and I'm stretching out my arm. This is my biceps in its most stretched position. And hitting your arms in different positions this way is a lot more efficient to grow your arms because you hit the biceps and triceps in different ways. The preacher curl and the incline bicep curls are my two favorite biceps exercises because they're the opposite of each other. This is how I actually grew my biceps, because as you can see, my biceps genetically they're weak, but with these two exercises I have made a lot of progress on my biceps. So I highly recommend for you to try these exercises out. And when you do these exercises, control the weights, 8 to 12 reps, go down to the stretch, don't explode up from the stretch, really feel the mind to muscle connection and train hard. The biceps can take intensity. It doesn't build much fatigue, so you can go to failure. You can even go past failure. And the last part of your biceps training is not really biceps, but I still want you to do that, and that is the hammer curls, right? Do you see my arms? Do you see how thick my forearm are? Do you see my brachioradialis? Hammer curls will make your arm thick, because here's the thing, you just don't want this part to be developed. You want your whole arm to be developed, and hammer curls allows that to happen. Hammer curls will make your arm thicker, which will make you 10 times more aesthetic. And that is how you're supposed to train biceps. To recap, the first exercise, preacher curl. Second exercise, inclined bicep curl. And third exercise, hammer curls. With these three exercises combined, you will build really good, thick biceps and arms. Right now, let's talk about triceps. To train your triceps, there's three variations we're gonna do. The first one, close grip push. The second one, we're gonna train triceps in a shortened position. The third one, we're gonna train triceps in a lengthened position. For our first exercise, we're gonna do triceps pushdowns. The reason why this is the first exercise is because the other two triceps exercises takes a lot of strains on your elbows. So that's why with the triceps pushdowns, it doesn't take much. So when you start with triceps pushdowns and then go over to the other two exercises, your elbows are already warmed up and the chances of you hurting yourself will be a lot lower. And the reason why I use rope instead of a V-bar on the pushdown is because I feel a lot better mind to muscle connection with the rope. I feel my muscle being more stimulated. That was the first tricep exercise. Now let's talk about the second tricep exercise, and we're gonna do a close grip push. My favorite exercise for this is the JM press, but for some people when they do JM press, their elbows hurt because you have to bend your elbows like this and then push that puts a lot of strains on your elbows. And if you're one of them, if your elbows hurt, then another alternative could be the close grip bench press. The close grip bench press is also great, but the thing is, it's a bit more chest, but it will still stimulate your triceps really good. Now that was the second tricep exercise. Now we're gonna talk about the last tricep exercise, and this is the best one. This one will stimulate the muscle the most according to studies, and that is the triceps extension. I like to use the rope for the same reason as the triceps pushdown. I feel my triceps the most with the rope. I feel it being most stimulated. I feel like I can control the weights. It doesn't take much energy from me. It's a great overall tricep extension that will blow up your triceps. With this exercise, you're putting the triceps in a lengthened position. For all of my triceps exercises, I prioritize stimulating the muscle more than picking up heavier weights. If I wanted to pick heavier weights, I would have used a V-bar or a normal bar on the triceps pushdowns and triceps extensions. But I don't do that because my goal is to stimulate the muscle. That is how you grow. That is how the muscle grows. It is not by picking the heaviest weight. It is by stimulating the muscle as much as possible. And I feel like my body can handle 8 to 12 reps the most. It is the most optimal for me. That is why I do that. And I recommend for you to do the same, because if it works for me, it works for you too. You see my triceps, it's pretty good, right? So yeah, these are the biceps and triceps exercises. And now let's talk about the best tip I could ever give to you. And the best tip I could give you is to change your workout split. Have an arms day. Chances are you're following the push-pull leg, and the problem with push-pull leg is that you're not prioritizing arms. And if you're watching this video, I could guess that your arms are underdeveloped. So follow me, do as I did. I changed from push-pull leg to Arnold split. With the Arnold split, you will have a day for the arms and shoulders. And the beautiful thing about the Arnold split, on your arms and shoulders day, you're able to rotate between muscles. You can start with biceps and then go over to triceps and then go over to shoulders, and then you rotate back to biceps. With this method, you're able to maximize recovery, so you're able to maximize the hypertrophy gains that you're able to gain. This was the game changer for me, and now my arms have become really strong. I have made a lot of progress on my arms. Now with the Arnold split, you may be a little bit worried because you hit chest and back at the same day, so you won't be able to maximize gains. But here's the thing, follow Arnold split for a few months, about 6 months, if you want to up to 1 year. And then if you want to change. But right now, prioritize your arms if it's underdeveloped. You may still not be convinced with changing your workout split, but remember, if you want your arms to grow, you have to make drastic changes. Making small changes like going from a bar, V-bar to a rope is not enough. You really need to make changes, and this is the best way to make a change. The best way is to prioritize your arms. So hopefully you will follow the advice I have given you in this video. Subscribe and comment how you're gonna apply this to your training.